recipe sharing app built by creators. On FoodSocial, you can explore, save, and share recipes from your favorite foodie influencers. Save to collections, create free meal plans, and shop the ingredients you need with ease. On FoodSocial, we make it easy to find great recipes, get your ingredients, and connect with hundreds of trusted creators.
Hello and welcome to the welcome to the wrap party.
I meant to take them off before. The glare was bad today, but here we are. Okay.
Oh, how are you both doing?
Good.
Great.
I won't be able to see if I take my glasses off, so mine
I
are
know.
staying
I'll
on.
just be squinting this whole time.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Well, we made it to the stunning conclusion of Apple versus Pumpkin.
What
So
a
exciting.
what a recipe collection we have. Oh my word.
So fun. I can't believe how many recipes were made for this one. Over 100.
Over 100.
Over 100.
What a fun milestone. 102 recipes.
Yeah. 101 Dalmatians doesn't have anything on us. We've got 102 apple versus pumpkin recipes.
That's right.
Cruella can come after us for our apple galettes. We got them. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's so funny. Well, you dropped the challenge last week, Bill, so you knew our creator community would come through and make it happen.
Of course.
It looked like it was heading in that direction. And
know.
I was just like, I think we can get there if we just let people post for the weekend because everyone's already sharing the stuff and
Yeah.
they would have made them anyway, which is amazing.
Yes.
So if you're joining us on Instagram or LinkedIn or on YouTube or on the Shop app, welcome. We're FoodSocial. We're a home for creators and brands with over 10,000 recipes and almost 4,500 products in our marketplace. You can shop every single recipe on our platform, and we are made by and for creators. All three of us on this call are creators. We're going to be bringing in more creators who have participated in this campaign too. And we're all connected by the love of food. It's that one thing where we all wake up every day and we got to eat. And I think it's
Yes.
such a beautiful thing to build a community around food. And if you're watching for the first time, welcome. Come check out recipes that our amazingly talented creator community has made.
Yeah, you'll be hooked. No doubt. There's such a variety of offerings. I'll just say that. There's something for everyone, maybe many somethings for everyone.
That's right. If you have questions or comments about the show today, just drop them in the chat. And if you are a creator in our community and you're watching on our market and you want to be on the show, say so in the chat and I'll send you the link and you can join. It's like you can call in. We're trying
Let's
that.
do it.
We're trying
I
that
hope
for the
someone
first
does.
time ever. And
Yeah.
so you could just join, give yourself an extra minute or so to be in a quiet, well-lit area, but you can just use your phone and bring you on and we could talk about your recipe from the campaign. Or you can weigh in on someone else's recipe if you didn't make one.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're just going to wing it here.
We're winging it. I was going to say, we're just having fun. So just come and have fun with us.
That's right. So apple versus pumpkin, this is year 2. Let's set the stage. What is this that we did? Why are we doing it? And what is this beef all about?
Go for it, Allie.
All right. Well, apple versus pumpkin, they are two classic flavors during fall, and everyone's already creating recipes around it. Our creators love creating apple recipes. Our creators love creating pumpkin recipes. So last year, we introduced a campaign called Product of the Month or Ingredient of the Month, where we were highlighting seasonal ingredients or brand products. And around this time of year, we did one specifically for just apple and pumpkin recipes, and we had creators drop recipes for their favorites. So some creators loaded pumpkin apple or pumpkin recipes, some creators loaded apple recipes, some creators had both in one recipe, some creators did multiple, and it was really fun to see which flavor of the fall was more popular. Although last year we didn't have the element of brands participating in the campaign. So this year we took it to the next level. We've been seeing how much excitement there's been from both creators and brands to incorporate brand products into these recipes. So we brought some brands into the mix this year, and all month long, creators were creating seasonal recipes, either Team Apple or Team Pumpkin or Team I Love Both, featuring 3 brands, Maisley, Argilos, and Primal Palette. So it introduced a new layer, but it was so much fun, and we had record-breaking results from this campaign with over 100 recipes, and it was so much fun to personally be a part of it as a creator as well, and just to see the general excitement around it within our community.
Yeah, I love the new element of having the brands involved because I think it upped the creativity a lot.
For sure.
Not that it wasn't creative last year, because it certainly was, but it's kind of like a mini Chopped. Like, here's what you get to use
Right.
with pumpkin or apple, but here's what you need to be included. So I thought it was a lot of fun, and I know the brands involved were blown away by the
Yeah.
creativity, as they all seem to. As we do these campaigns, brands are just like this, like that emoji, like at what happens with our creators. So
I'll tell you what, as a creator, I was blown away by the brands, right? Like, I think
yeah,
you're talking about the creativity, and it was so fun getting to try those new to me products from Argilos and Maisley. Blown away by the quality of the olive oil, the single origin Greek olive oil, just delightful. And I ordered the flight. I got the early harvest, the late, so I got to taste all of them. And also the Maisley, I said it in the show before, but like was such a surprise because you think you know what non-dairy like plant milks are going to be, but the Maisley I feel is the most elevated I've ever tried. We've been incorporating it into recipes that we're just making now, like not campaign. And I think that's the benefit that the brands get.
Absolutely.
Is you can become a creator's favorite type of ingredient. And for us, like the fact that we have Maisley in the house now, it's getting incorporated into recipes that we're making. And so I think there's a long tail benefit for being a sponsor.
They were very generous in what they sent to our creators too. Yeah.
Right.
So I agree. I still have some chocolate and original Maisley left that, it's just now here. So I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to use it. And they both perform really well, which is always great.
Yeah.
Always as a creator.
Absolutely. So we have so many recipes that we could share today, and we have creators who are invited to come on the show. We've got Debbie waiting. Debbie made 11 or 12 recipes for this. So
incredible.
We could do such a deep dive on her recipes. But I kind of thought that before we started, we would show just a compilation of all the recipes that were made. And so I'll let you two decide. Are we going to start with apple or pumpkin?
Let's start with last year's champion.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's start with pumpkin.
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes the reigning champion.
Nice.
Pumpkin. Oh yeah, I messed up the transition. I was so busy watching the video, I didn't realize I had to cue us up to come back on.
That was great.
I got so absorbed in it. Those recipes look amazing, and
Amazing.
so many came in between Friday and now too. Like I added like a
Yeah.
whole minute to that video.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
a lot of fun to see the variety and also some savory and some sweet. And I think the ingredients this year really lent themselves to offering variety for both. So that was personally my favorite thing that came out of this campaign.
Agreed.
Absolutely. I was also happy to see that a lot of the late arrivals in the pumpkin category were like more than just like pumpkin cakes, right? Because we had like a few of those come in early, and I was like, oh dear, like there's a lot of these, but there was lots of variety and creativity, and like not that a pumpkin cake isn't creative, but we saw lots of really neat things come in at the end with pumpkin. I thought that was
Right.
super cool.
Yeah, those pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, which for me has to happen. Chocolate and pumpkin have to be together.
So good together.
That's right.
Yeah, those looked really, really good.
All right, should we look at what Team Apple did for this year's competition?
Let's do it.
Yep.
They're vying for the win this year, and so let's see what Team Apple did. So fun. The apple catch at the end just sends me.
That was so good. I didn't know that many more came in since
So many.
go.
So many.
Jesse's galette, the beet and apple galette,
Beautiful.
and Debbie's, is it the pot roast? It's a chuck roast with apples. Like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
think that was
that's
her. Yeah, that looked amazing.
that's
Yeah.
maybe a great segue to bring Debbie in.
Yeah,
let's have
let's
her
do that.
let's have her talk about her recipes. So, Debbie, welcome to the show.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Debbie.
Hi.
I mean, you had 12. Obviously you had something in both of those videos, but that chuck roast with apples, I'm still thinking about it after seeing that in the video.
Yeah, that was like a last minute decision sort of with the apples because I'm like, oh, got the olive oil, sauteed my chuck roast in it, and I'm like, what else can I put in here that's, going to be part of the apple pumpkin, right? So I originally wasn't going to do anything with it, and then I'm like, I'm going to be honest. I went over to Chat GPT, and I'm like, can you put apples in chuck roast? And of course, it responded back, yes, you can. So like the last 20 minutes of the roast, before it was finished, I put the apples in there, and it was actually perfection to the sauce, because the sauce was I won't say it was bitter, but it did need a little sweetness to it. So without adding sugar, I added apples to it. And actually, when my husband was eating it, he thought he was eating potatoes. He's like, this is interesting. So you're actually eating apples. So it was really good, and it just set off so many flavors that I didn't expect to happen from the apple. So,
well, what a happy accidental recipe, which I love, and we've talked about that
and I would make it again.
Like, right.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of food, just encouraging you and using ingredients you normally wouldn't. And I've never thought to use it with the chuck roast either, but I will now. Why not?
Yeah. I know, because I saw you made something with pork, and apples, always go together, right? And
right.
Apples, and it was great. So, like, if I have company, I would make this for company. That's how happy I was with that.
Oh,
that's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
I'd love to be company for that dish.
Yeah. Come on over.
That chuck roast is beautiful.
Yeah, and it came out. Yeah, like I said, it was just fell apart, and like I said, the apple portion of it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I wish everybody could taste.
Well, everyone should just make it. How about that?
Exactly. Because it's actually very easy. It's very easy. Obviously you have to be home because it takes, several hours in the, in the oven. You could do it. I would think in a crock pot would be fine as well. So, but we had great for leftovers. I served it with pasta, like an egg noodle on the side. Yeah.
Very fun.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
And then you made a video for this one too. I wrote down the name. It was the apple and black olive paste crostini with soppressata and goat cheese.
I need a name for that. It's kind of a long name for a recipe. So this was, I got the olive oil, and I have had many olive oils. I'm like, let's just taste this. I think we've all experienced it. Everybody here that is on this chat right now is you could eat this, drink this with a spoon and a cup. Literally could sip on that while I'm cooking.
Yeah, it is delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be highlighted, and this I thought was the perfect way because you just get the the full essence of that olive oil mixed in with a little bit of the sweet and savory mixed together. And I could just dip the bread in there, anything. Yeah, they could just dip the apples in there, cheese, whatever. And
I don't know if you saw our show last week, Debbie, but Giannis, the Argelos founder, he said he was making this over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I hope he did. He should. I have to ask him and say, what do you think? Yeah.
That speaks volumes that he was drawn to it because, like you said, this kind of application, you can taste the flavors of that olive oil with this kind of recipe, and I think that's what caught his eye because it's beautiful, and I bet it just tastes so good.
It was wonderful, and the olive paste, I've never had that. Okay, I grew up in an Italian family, and I'm not sure why I've never had an olive paste before. Talking to my mom about it, she's like, "Oh, I'm sure we've had that," and I'm like, "Okay, I don't remember." Funny. And that too is great. I was putting that on toast or bread, or I'm gonna, you can throw that in with a salad. So that's what's great about these campaigns is learning, new products.
Exactly.
That's the whole fun of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you remember which olive oil you used on the crostini? Was
the Early Harvest.
I really enjoy that one.
So now I have to go back and get the other ones because that was so good, and I almost demolished that whole bottle already.
Yeah, you can really taste the uniqueness of flavor. Like it doesn't, to me, just taste like an olive oil that I grab from the store typically. It's really bold and rich in a really nice way, like the way it seems like olive oil should be. But I was blown away by it too. And I think being able to highlight it as a drizzle and taste it as its own component is something that's really exciting about this recipe to me. And those olive pastes, they're in my cart for my next purchase. So I'm excited to
You're going to
share
love
them.
them. They're great. They're great. Yeah.
Awesome.
I haven't decided what to do with the green olive one yet. I just keep tasting that, and I'm like,
So you tried the black olive?
I just did the black olive. I tasted the green olive because I was actually going to use the green olive on that crostini, but the black just had a different flavor that I liked together with the goat cheese. And
nice.
Yeah.
So I guess I should get both so I can try both.
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely.
I've switched at the top to show all of the various recipes you made for this. It just shows the depth of thought that you put in surrounding these ingredients and the variety of ways that they could be used. Everything from these appetizers to a couple different takes on like cinnamon roll type things to this pasta dish. I mean, just like so many different ways. Talk about your thought process around getting the ingredients and like sort of like what Michelle said, like the chopped basket of how did you decide on all of these different things to make for the campaign?
So I think, like you said, Michelle, it's like chopped. I'm like, it always excites me because all of us love to cook, but you do get kind of into a hiatus.
Right.
And I've been kind of not cooking as much as I have been. And this totally sparked an interest again with me. And I'm like, and I'm like, what can I use? I'm like, corn milk? I never heard of such a thing. So that was, I kind of got it out and I'm like, what can I do with this? And I think, Michelle, you mentioned something about baking with it. And I'm like, well, what can I bake with it? And I actually made a sourdough bread with it, a couple sourdough breads in place of the water, and just adds a richness. Yeah, adds a richness to the bread, and it makes the breads a little softer. So, and then I'm putting it in my coffee.
Yes, so good in coffee.
Yes, and then I'm like, what am I gonna do with the chocolate? With the chocolate milk? And I asked my husband, I'm like, what do you think I should do with the chocolate milk? And he's like, were you supposed to do something with the chocolate milk? And I said, yeah, why? And he's like, I don't know if there's any left. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? He's like,
what?
That sounds like something my husband would do too. That's awesome.
Oh my God. I'm like, and he's like, I don't know what you could do with it. I'm like, you know what? How about like a pumpkin hot chocolate? He said out of all the things I made, he thought that was the best thing I made. It took 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, right?
So great.
Of course.
Heat up the chocolate milk and the pumpkin, sprinkled on some of the Primal Palette pumpkin spice, mix that all together, whipped cream. It could turn into a cocktail that anybody likes cocktails. You could put in a little something fun in there if you wanted to.
It sounds like you could have those apple crostinis and a mug of the pumpkin hot chocolate and just have a nice little moment reading a book or something. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds
it's beautiful.
Yeah, but anyway, I love getting it's totally inspirational for me to have the new products, or even to go back and like reuse products that I've used in that maybe I've got from FoodSocial before. So like the cinnamon and or was it the cookie?
Cinnamon sugar cookie.
Oh gosh, that's another one that I like.
Yeah, I get everyone just calling it
on everything too.
CSC. Oh, well, thanks, Debbie. We loved seeing the recipes that you made. I think they're just, it's an amazing collection that people can check out throughout this fall. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
And so next up, we're going to bring in a caller from the audience. A caller is someone that we all know and love, who is no stranger to the show before. Reed Dunn from Pesto and Potatoes. Welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Fresh home from Spain.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah. It's tough to follow Debbie. She was a machine. So many incredible. She did 2 menus full of beautiful things.
Yes, she did.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
she slayed it. She big time leaned in. We love it. It's great.
It's so cool. So Reed, you did a couple of recipes for this too, which is, nobody should be. I don't think we should be comparing anyone to Debbie in terms of number of
No,
recipes, but love
no.
that you did a couple here, and I'm just going to queue them up so we can check them out. It's going to take me a second. Do you want to start talking about them, and I'll get them up on the screen here?
Yeah, I am more pumpkin leaning, but I've had this idea for a couple of years to make these caramel apple cookies because one of my favorite Halloween treats are those caramel apple suckers that are like the green candy
Yeah.
apple that are coated in caramel. So I had to get this recipe right, and this campaign was the perfect time to use the Primal Palette apple pie spice with these. They're so tasty. That fresh apple is really good. After they sit for a day or so, they kind of get a little soft, which they're really kind of nice.
Yeah.
Love.
And like almost like not biscuity, but they're just like a nice nostalgic flavor for me, and I've really like enjoyed them, and I continued to make them throughout as I'm ramping up for actual fall.
Actual
I
fall.
might be making them today, Reed.
Oh, perfect.
Drew's got a work thing tomorrow that it's a potluck and he has to bring something, and so I'm like, I know a recipe I want to try. So
Yeah,
they're really easy. Like they really are an easy cookie. I mean, I sort of started with a base cookie
Sure.
recipe that I've used for, it's sort of like the same thing you would use for chocolate chip cookies or whatever. And I just mixed in the caramel bits, the fresh apple, and of course the apple pie spice. And
Right.
and I
Brilliant.
made them as a smaller batch too, because I don't like to have 4 or 5 dozen cookies sitting around.
Why?
Just because they don't sit around. That's why.
They do not.
I'm team double batch over here. I don't know any of you right now.
whatever
Oh,
we
I'm
make,
always-
we eat. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yep.
So Reed, we're looking at the top-down view of the cookies, and the lighter things in a very small view, they look like morsels of white chocolate, but that's the apple, right?
That's the apple. Yeah, I petite dice it to be the same size as the caramel bits, and the caramel bits are a very specific product that you can buy this time of year in like the chocolate chip aisle at a grocery store. But you could of course use regular like packaged caramels cut into little miniature like chocolate chip size pieces.
Yeah.
I knew that these little caramel BBs existed. They almost look like chickpeas out of the package, but just for reference to how big they are.
Yeah.
Oh, they do kind of look like chickpeas.
I've got them in the screen here now. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're delicious. Just,
That's so
I
cool.
did buy them. I did find them. Yes, that's why I must make these. I love caramel apples so much.
So that was a vote for Team Apple. And then we're going to go back to your profile here. And it looks like you played for both teams. So I don't know if the winning team or losing team is going to be happy or sad about that. But tell us about your pumpkin recipe.
Yeah, so I wanted to. I love that the brands, much like a lot of what Debbie said, it's always fun to discover new brands, and I love olive oil, and the olive oil is incredible. That early harvest is so good. I tasted it on a spoon first, and I was like, oh, this could be my like daily spoonful of EVOO because it's so sharp and tasty and really clean, if that's the way you would describe it. But I love to make curries with pumpkin, with canned pumpkin, because it just adds like a richness. And the Maisley corn milk was a no-brainer because it adds some creaminess to a curry dish. I've used coconut milk in the past, but I really liked how this Maisley performed. It's like a traditional like nut milk that I've used for this kind of thing, but I used only about a cup, but I've been using that corn milk in everything that needs just a little hint of creaminess. So
Right.
all kinds of stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying too. It's so versatile. It can be used from the morning cup of coffee to the thing that you're baking to the soup that you're trying, or the pasta that you're trying to make creamier. It's a perfect analog.
Yeah, it's really like it. I mean, I think it would, from this campaign, I think a lot of creators would agree it was like sort of the surprise ingredient, because
Right.
most of us had never heard of corn milk. It's I think it's a first to market kind of product, which is super exciting to be able to like play around with it in the kitchen. And
Right.
everything I've used it in, it's worked beautifully. So
Yeah.
and then of course I put some pumpkin pie spice from Primal Palette in there, because my curries, like all of the spices in that pumpkin pie spice already go into like a pumpkin curry. So it was sort of a little bit of a shortcut.
That's a very astute observation about pie spices and the crossover flavors with curries and those types of dishes too, because and I don't want to pontificate about a cuisine that I'm not intimately familiar with, but same thing with garam masala. Actually, like garam masala and pie spices are extraordinarily close in flavor profile. So if you ever have one but not the other, you can use them in lieu of one another.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a little bit of, I mean, I was reading the label of the pumpkin pie spice and I was like, I don't know how I haven't realized this before. I'm by no means an expert on curry blends, but I use a lot of them and I'm a big time label reader. So it was just like, it was just an ingredient list, almost a 1-for-1. And so I put a little in and tasted it and put a little bit more in, and it was another nice surprise. But I love these, like I said, I love to make kind of pumpkin curries. I just saute the tofu chunks, but you could make this with whatever protein. You could put chicken or shrimp or really anything in it. But I wanted to make it a plant-based focused dish because that's kind of my gig.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I love
that you incorporated, go.
No, go ahead. Go.
I was just going to say, I love that you incorporated all 3 brands into a single recipe, and it just looks seamless. I mean, it sounds seamless as well, but I think that's something really magical that came out of this recipe.
Yeah. I was just going to say too, to your point, because I made a savory dish as well with the apple pie spice, but I had to get out of my own head because it's not just for pie. You know, you look at the label on the blends and it's like, well, of course those can be used with savory. And so I was just going to do my pork and apple dish, but then I thought, why am I not using the apple pie spice too? Because it is perfect. I didn't have to add several. I just used that instead and it was perfect. And so that's another out of the box kind of moment with these blends, that they can cross over sweet or savory, which is grand. You know, I love when creating a recipe serves you for further recipes, because now it'll be like, oh, I can grab that and, you know, take care of many things all at once.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think I can't overstate enough as a creator, like how fun these sort of, I consider them challenges, but I tend to, like I said, lean more, I'm more pumpkin leaning, but I have 2 apple trees in my backyard that are running over with apples this season. So I'm certainly going to be creating some more apple recipes for FoodSocial and the blog just after the extended deadline. But I love both of these flavors. Like fall for me is like the time to create recipes, because I love fall flavors so much, and it's just like cozying up into the year and the holidays and all of the what I call the burr months. So
yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm still waiting for my package of apples to show up at my door, Reed, from Seattle.
I know you are. I'm gonna have to drive them across the country.
That sounds good too. We'll be ready when you are. We'll provide some Dippin' Dots for you when you arrive.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
So So one more thing before you go, I kind of want to know what was the most delicious thing you ate while you were in Spain recently?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I did just get back from 10 days in Spain, and I cooked for I went with a group of friends. It's kind of a family of friends, and I we stayed in this incredible place, and I cooked some delicious meals for the group. But we also had a chef who came in for a couple of nights to feed the group, and she made this most spectacular paella, and we were
oh,
just like overlooking olive fields of like olive trees, and it just felt like I was like on the set of a movie or something. But the
ah,
paella was so incredible, and
Yeah.
I eat pesto and potatoes, so of course I ate patatas bravas off of every single menu that I could find. It I ate. I would say
as you should.
at
Yes,
least a dozen orders. So, but that
nice.
paella was not to be forgotten.
I love that.
Wonderful.
Very cool. Well, Reed, thanks for sharing your talents in this campaign and just telling us about your the recipes that you made and why you enjoyed working with the brands. I think it's emblematic of how a lot of our creator community feels.
Yep,
Yeah.
agreed.
So we've got one more guest.
Thanks, Reed.
Um, we've got Dee from Masala Paleo. Dee, thank
Hey,
you so much for
Dee.
joining the show
Hello.
today.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we
Mhm.
can hear you
Yeah.
just
All
fine.
right, great to be here.
Yeah. So you also did you make one recipe or more than one? More than one, right? A
I
few.
did three,
Three.
Yeah.
but yeah, nothing compared to Debbie. That was just amazing. I kept seeing one recipe after the other, and
No.
yeah, Debbie, you did amazing. Like hard to match that, but yeah, I did three.
Yeah, let me pull it up on the screen here. Hopefully I've got some of the right ones here. I think this ice cream is the one that I kind of wanted to zero in on. Can we talk about the ice cream?
Yes, absolutely. So actually, Pooja and we chatted briefly or like sent an email, and we were talking about ice cream because both of us have the Ninja Creamy. And I have thought about getting the Ninja Creamy for months, but I'm like, should I get one more, kitchen appliance? But I
Yeah,
finally got it off Marketplace. It was half the price in case anyone is looking. And I was
nice.
like, as soon as we had Maisley, I was like, I have to try a protein ice cream because that's my thing these days. I have been kind of on a health journey and measuring my protein, and ice cream is my favorite dessert. So every night after I get back from the gym, I go to the gym in the evening. This is my healthy treat. And I'm
Nice.
like, pumpkin pie, ice cream, it all goes well together. The corn milk
Hmm.
is already so thick.
Hmm.
And you can either add like a guar gum or a pudding mix to make it thicker and smoother. You don't have to, but this makes it even more. The texture is so much more like ice cream without
Hmm.
adding like heavy cream in there, right?
Hmm.
And I added pumpkin in there, and obviously the Primal Palette pumpkin pie spice, and it tasted just like pumpkin pie, but in ice cream form. It was so good. I
Wow.
had half a pint. I had a hard time not finishing the entire pint, but even if you eat the entire pint, it's still not like crazy high in calories, and you're getting a good. I think this had like for half the pint, it was 20 grams of protein. And the other unique thing I noticed was I think Maisley has a bunch of fiber in there too, so about 10
Hmm.
grams of fiber, which is
Right.
so great. Like if your daily fiber intake is it's supposed to be 25 to 30 grams, you're getting 10 grams just from this. So
Wow.
so that was the ice cream.
So we all need to be eating this ice cream every night, is what I'm gathering here.
Yes,
Sounds like
you
a good idea.
totally can. It's guilt-free, it's delicious. And I'm going to be making an apple pie ice cream too, with,
Oh, great.
very similar ingredients. So works out great.
What was the protein element that you used aside from the corn milk? Is there a collagen? What did you use for protein? A
Yeah,
cottage
there's
cheese or
multiple options. So I thought about using collagen, but I had the chocolate collagen. So I
okay.
didn't add that, but I added a vanilla protein powder. I also, because I made it twice, this is not, I made it
Of
again.
course.
So then the next iteration, I added I had a plain egg white protein powder. So if someone cannot do dairy or can't do whey, an egg white protein powder or a collagen protein powder work great as well.
Perfect. Yeah. And what a fun way to get your protein in an ice cream.
Totally.
Yeah. Heck yeah. That's
Yeah, I
been
love it.
that's been the hallmark of 2025 is unique ways to
Yeah.
get protein
Right.
in, right? Every
Definitely.
brand is scrambling to put protein in every product.
Right.
I
Yeah.
know, I know.
Yeah. And then was this one also the savory apples?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
And
the
I
savory
love
apples.
that your mom is in this video. Dee is just
I
so
know,
fun.
I know. And I took inspiration from you, Michelle, because you always honor your mom and, the memories you have with her.
Yeah.
And my mom happened to be visiting. She
Oh.
doesn't live in the US. She lives in India, so I don't get to see her a lot. So she was visiting for 10 days. When she's
Oh.
here, I'm always asking her to cook my favorite things, and this is one of my favorite things. So I'm like,
Oh.
I have to shoot this recipe with you in there. It's just,
Oh.
I
What a
just
treasure.
felt, yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay, so talk about it because eggplant and apple, like what? Like just
Yeah, this is a very it's a recipe from Kashmir, which is the northernmost state in India, just foothills of the Himalayas where I'm from. And it's very unique to that. You will not find it anywhere else in India, and you'll not find it in any Indian restaurant because I don't
okay.
think people from other parts of India have eaten it too. I mean, unless they
Okay.
have a friend from Kashmir or someone they know.
Uh-huh.
So you so Kashmir has you have a lot of apple orchards, and I've grown up around those apple orchards, especially the green apples. So
Mm-hmm.
traditionally, this is actually made with quince, which is another kind
Okay.
of fruit, but
Mm-hmm.
you also make it with Granny Smith apples because quince is hard to get by. So not a big difference in the taste and texture, but preferably you have to make it with something tart,
Uh-huh.
because that really adds that tartness to the recipe, and it goes really well with the eggplant, like the smokiness of the eggplant and the tart
Mm.
slash sweetness of the apple come together. There's very few spices in there because you don't really need too many spices. And this is where I wanted to add the apple pie spice. I use that a lot because me and my son, we love making apple pies together. It's his favorite dessert. But when I looked at the ingredients, I've never really looked at the ingredients before. I'm like, this is just like the right garam masala ingredients for this dish because cinnamon, what Bill was talking about, that was my kind of aha moment too. I was like, I can totally use this as garam masala. And I
Right.
have the Primal Palette garam masala as well, it's really good. But if you think about garam masala, like every family or every region in India have their own version of garam masala, and garam
Right.
masala is
Okay.
basically whole spices that you roast and grind up and add a little pinch just for that flavor boost.
Right.
And this goes perfectly as a garam masala. So if you don't have Indian spices but you still want to cook it, you can totally make it with with that apple pie spice.
I
And all you
love
need is a
that.
little bit of either chili powder or Kashmiri chili powder, or even paprika will do for the color, and lime
Mm-hmm.
juice, and it'll come together. It goes amazingly well on a bed of rice, and especially
Mm.
if you eat with your hands, it'll taste even better.
Oh,
Nah,
love that.
I love and Dee, I know we've talked about this before. That makes trying this dish more approachable because I know many people are intimidated trying Indian cuisine at home to make it themselves from homemade, from start to
Yeah.
finish. And that you said that in a pinch that the apple pie spice fulfills that it's almost a more common ground that they might feel more comfortable approaching this
Mhm.
recipe. And I love that because your culture, there's so many amazing flavors that people just feel like, oh, I don't want to mess it up, or you don't want to do it the wrong way, and then soil your taste buds for it. So I love that it's more approachable that way for everyone to get out there and get their taste buds curious and enjoy it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you can totally just make it with just this garam masala too, and lime
Yeah.
juice, and just a tiny
Mm,
bit of heat if you want, and it'll
yeah.
still be amazing flavor. So yeah.
So terrific.
And the olive oil in there, by the way, that's where I use the olive oil. It was
Mhm.
great, like you guys said. I've like that product is amazing. I did get the olive paste as well, which I didn't use in the recipe, but I recently had people over for dinner and I made a charcuterie board and I put that in there. And I also put in our the habanero jelly from Profanity, and those two were like the biggest hits on the plate. Honestly, those two products, like
Wow.
the cheese wasn't as popular as those two, and people kept asking me, "Where did you get these from?" And I'm like, "I'll send you a link. Go to the Food Social store."
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that.
That's amazing.
Oh.
And you had one more. I'm going to pull it up on the screen really quickly here, but the mocha,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, the mocha pumpkin latte. And it's dairy free because of the maisley, right?
Yeah,
Right.
of course. And I am dairy free. So anything dairy free, I don't usually get to drink these drinks. And Maisley has made it so much easier. And the thickness of that, like honestly, you don't need much. It is thick, it is a little sweet. So the
Mhm.
only other things I added were some pumpkin puree, the pumpkin spice, and I added some dark chocolate shavings on top. Of
Yum.
course, you can add whipped cream if you want. I didn't want to make it that rich, but that would even elevate it further. It came together in 5 minutes. So it was amazing. Definitely going to make it again.
Amazing.
I was going to say the same thing, Michelle.
That is so funny.
That's
I
awesome.
beat Allie to a pun. How is that
You
even
sure
a
did.
thing? I don't know.
We spend so much time together. I guess I
I
rub off on
know.
you.
It's rubbing off on me. If only. Yes.
That's so
I did try to make like I see the comment team whipped cream. I did try to make like a dairy-free whipped cream with coconut cream. I think I messed it up because I think it was either like I had refrigerated it, but when I took it out, I don't think it was at the right temperature. So that's my next thing. I have to make like a dairy-free whipped cream and then try to put that over.
Well, your recipes were beautiful. Everything sounds delicious, and
Thank
can't
you.
wait to see the
This was
apple
so
pie ice
fun.
cream.
Yeah, I
Oh,
loved it. Loved participating in this, and it always motivates me to create, even if like life is busy, I don't have time. But these campaigns just provide that extra motivation and
Right.
excitement to make recipes. So I really appreciate it.
love that. Well, thanks, Dee. Thanks for coming on the show today and your
Thank you.
participation. Hope to see you on
Thanks,
the next
Dee.
one.
Definitely.
Bye.
See ya.
All right. And I think the moment we've all been waiting for, we are about to
Da-da-da.
announce who won this year. Are we
Oh, I'm
ready?
so nervous. Even though I already know, I feel like I'm really nervous.
We
I don't
ready?
know why.
You ready to know? Pooja
Drum
said,
roll.
Pooja said, drum roll, please. Wouldn't you know, the showrunner, who's a drummer,
It's a drummer.
included a
Like,
drum
where's your
roll.
drumsticks?
Are we ready?
We're
So
ready.
ready.
Let's do it. Can you believe it?
Woohoo!
Apple
I was
won.
dancing. I was dancing.
Me too. Let's go, Apple.
It was tied on Friday, and Apple pulled it out over the weekend by 2
Yes.
recipes.
Amazing.
Yes.
So
52 to 50? Was it 52 apple, 50 pumpkin? That's
So-
I think
just
that's correct.
So hold on a second. We could go back and look at the last 2 Apple recipes that were posted and figure out who pushed this in the direction of winning. I bet Pooja could figure it out in the chat.
I know who it was.
You do? Was it you? That's amazing. You won it
Yeah,
all.
Michelle.
That's hilarious. And you knew
That
it.
salad, remember the salad I told you about on Sunday that I just made on a whim?
I'm dead. I'm dead. That's hilarious. You've been saying all along that you had a few in your pocket and you
I
won.
did, but that salad, like I shared yesterday, was just a happenstance because I had the olive oil, and had plenty of apples around. And I made an apple pie smoothie that Drew pounded during the Red Sox Yankees game. It's just, we'd been to a movie. I wasn't really planning on a lot, but I just thought, oh, I could do these. Let's use up some ingredients.
That's amazing. Well, that was
This is cool because last year pumpkin won, this year apple won. Anything is possible next year.
we're gonna have to have a tiebreaker next year.
I
And
guess so.
I
I
think
guess so.
I think everybody should take a lesson from Michelle next year, that you should have a little bit of sand in the bag to throw in at the end.
It just helps to have the ingredients around. To speak to what all the creators have said, like, you have these good ingredients in your home and you can make something happen so easily, something that's really good. So and thanks to the sponsors, really. Maisley, Argelos, Primal Palette, we had a blast. It clearly was successful, and our community had a lot of fun. So
yes, shout out to the creators who participated, you guys.
For sure.
We make this so much fun, and we have another one coming up. So if you're into participating in these, we'll have one in October called Bake It Till You Make It. Details to follow on that, and hope to see y'all next time. Thanks everybody for joining.
Thanks so much.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.